voor opspring.
Welcome to the business show.
What's up, everybody? Vera, Mike.
Welcome everyone that's joining our business show today. It's going to be a jam-packed show. So really looking forward to it. Really excited for today's show, and we've got some special presenters on today. So welcome to everyone that's on the show today, and what a cool week and what a cool year. Can you believe it's March already? It's like, what the hell? Where's the year?
But can you believe we've already been at this for almost a year? Eh? So last year, this time, we weren't actually in lockdown. We just kind of realized that there was this thing called Corona, which is not a beer. And that's it. We kind of started all of those things, huh? A whole year. Can you believe it? And yeah.
Do you want Corona? Yeah, sure. Why not? Thank you.
Yeah.
No, it's not good. And to think next month we actually launched the business show in end of April. In Corona. So I had an event. I actually got the videos today. I'll share it on our mastermind group, guys. After the show, maybe I just want to cut out the piece that's about me, because obviously nothing else is important. So I'm gonna.
That's the star personality talking there, if you wonder.
There's my star coming out.
Yeah.
So we are. I'll share it. I actually had a talk at a Meet Me. It's a event that I was one of the presenters for the evening. Really cool show, and they invited me for this bar that I'm going to. So I'll give a bit of that, and then I'm going to do a bit of a highlight reel as well, where I actually decided to do professional or go a bit more professional in the dancing. So I'm going to have a bit of that, and then a bit of business stuff, and a bit about the talking, and then a bit about the kickboxing and all that sort of stuff. So got a guy that I met there, Andre, that's also going to come onto the business show. Who of you guys want to launch your own personal brand? Maybe just pop there in the comments. Do you want to launch your own personal brand? Have you thought about it? And I think the thing, Vilja, I don't know from you, but the thing that keeps me quite held back is this idea. Zita, you're a bit early, but thank you for joining.
We always have early starters.
So the thing that holds us back most of the time is this videos. What's the process of making the videos? How do we tell a story that's engaging? How do we do cool videos? Although we, on Facebook and stuff, we want to be authentic and we want to do a live selfie with our videos. But if you start going into YouTube, then it starts getting a bit more professional.
I must say, I can completely relate to that. So I think that's one of the objections you get yourself the most, is that fear of looking like an idiot online. And I think one of the things that I did, and I don't know if it's the right way of doing it or not, is a lot of the times I actually make videos and I don't go re-watch those videos. Or that's what at least I did in the start.
No one wants to watch their own videos. It's like, no.
Yeah.
What's it on what?
So something that I used to do, and I think I did it with you as well, Eugene, I would send you the videos to watch those things and say, what's your thoughts on this? And, what I found is that 99.999% of the time, it is actually you that's speaking on that video. It's just, you just feel funny looking at yourself. So once I got past that, it actually became a lot easier to just make these videos and actually go and watch them, because that gave you the opportunity. You can't change the way you speak or the way you look. That is you. That's authentic, and that's what people want. So that's one thing that I did. And but sometimes I must say, you do look quite funny for yourself. But I mean, it's something that you have to do. I mean, statistics show that video is the way to go. I mean, you're competing if you don't use video to brand yourself. You're competing against the guys that do actually do that. And I've seen silly stuff out there, man. It's really, you have to do it.
And it's the part of, so I'm going to pay someone now on a monthly basis to do my videos for me. The other part of that is someone keeping you accountable. So there's someone that's actually keeping you accountable to produce that set amount of content each week. because it's easy, especially if it's like just me and Willie, that it's like, yeah, I've been busy, I haven't had chance for it. And Willie's like, yeah, I've also been busy.
Yeah.
So Willie, you talk quite a lot about the accountability side of it, and how important to find these people in life to keep you accountable. And having this video guy, and we talk about it on our boot camp, and we spoke about it on our mastermind group. I mean, it's a topic that keeps coming up. Without that accountability, there can't be progress. And having this guy that's going to ask me for my content every week, come through, etc., just makes that massive difference in your execution.
Yep. Just another, just whilst we're talking about holding yourself accountable, and it's extremely difficult. But what I found was, if I do planning and I know exactly when I need to do things, that in itself, for me, is a way to keep myself accountable. Because I can actually see it on this piece of paper, and if I don't do this, I'm only lying to myself. So that's one of the things. I've got this book which I've got like a daily thing, and I write it in there. But accountability. How many times do we speak about it? So action, action, action.
And if you look at every single person that's been in the business show, basically every single person has said, find yourself someone that's going to keep you accountable. Number one. Who's the people that you spend your time with? And then what's your daily habits? That's like the recurring thing that keeps coming up. And I guess if 35 people have said it, maybe there's some truth to it.
Everyone on.
Zita's already here. Just jumping the gun. Zita, you can turn on your camera. So guys, today we've got a really cool show. We have got some of our own tribe members. So everyone that's part of our mastermind tribe is going to come on and just share their journey. What's their journey been like? And I think most of you, Zita, Michiel, everyone's been, George has got some headphone issues, so he's going to join us. And most of these members have been part of the EHQ community basically now for a year, because we launched basically in lockdown. So it's basically been a year that they've been part of our community. And we speak about it that we launched our first course without actually having a course. Popping up our stuff. And I actually saw Zita in Cape Town now when I went down to Cape Town, and Mark was there as well, and Michiel. So good to have the guys on the show as well. So it's a different thing when you actually start speaking to someone versus just the chats that we have on the WhatsApp.
That's one thing that we need to. Sorry, Eugene. That's one thing that we need to remember is we're social people. So we have to actually interact, and whichever way you look at it, it's nice the online stuff. It can streamline the way we do things. But
there's nothing that beats belly to belly. And talking about accountability, so on our last coaching session with Michiel and Zita said that she's going to do 2 videos this month on our mastermind group. Isn't that right, Zita?
Yes.
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure at all.
Zita and Michiel's digital marketers. They've got a digital marketing company. And you'll tell us a bit about that in a second. Part of being in a digital marketing company and part of brand or marketing yourself, digital marketing, is about that brand building, being able to be on video. People buy from people, so you need to be able to become comfortable with being on video. So I think that's quite a big part of it as well. Cool. So because George isn't joining us because of his sound issues. So I think it's just the 5 of us. William, am I correct in saying that?
Yes, let's go for it. We're super excited to have you guys. It's been a year. It's been a year since we started this journey. And we thought it well to actually share with the community some progress some guys have made.
So welcome, guys. Welcome to the business show. For the first time, you're sitting on the opposite side of the camera and opposite side of the thing. So for the members, most of our members know you, but there might be a few members that's not on here, and some guys that will watch the replay, and some people outside of our mastermind group. So for the people that don't know you, please do an introduction, and we'll go in Zita, Sonia, Michiel.
Okay, hi, I'm Zita, MZS Digi. We've got a digital marketing agency, as you heard. We've been part of Mastermind for about 8 months now, being with business coaching for about 5. And what can I say? Wow, it's changed our lives completely. From being a couple business, looking at each other, and you bounce ideas off, but you don't tend to firstly hold each other accountable as you should. And secondly, you tend to let one take the lead and the other one follow. Whereas having someone like you guys that we can bounce ideas off and listening to your input, not telling us what to do, but listening to your input and gathering little aha moments. It's amazing after our coaching sessions where Chili and I will sit together and he'll say to me, okay, what was your aha moment? What did you see? Let's watch it again. Let's see what we had. And yeah, so it's been an amazing journey, really. Learned a lot.
And I think that's part of the success of our mastermind is the people in it. I mean, everyone that's in our mastermind is such amazing, just genuine people. And being part of that collective, when we speak about it, who's the people that you're taking information with, from, who do you connect with, all that sort of stuff. And even the days that I feel down, I just swap on the group and then there's all these encouraging comments. And it just lifts your emotional state. And you're like, oh, so nice.
Yeah, that's true. But on the other hand, you guys put us on the spot quite often. It's like, ish, can I run away? But yeah, it does help. It definitely does help.
Great stuff. Thanks, Zita. Sonia. Guys, wow.
Hi everybody. Okay, so I'm Sonia Wozi, and I am a swim instructor, as well as I have a music and movement business called Shangololo Shakers. So in the mornings, I pretty much dance and play with the kids, and in the afternoons, we swim and play with the kids. So yeah, everything education orientated. My journey with Eugene and Billy started just over a year ago now, just under a year now. And I had to pivot. I started off as I can do WhatsApp. I don't know much about Facebook. I go on every 18 months to 2 years, fearing technology basically, to doing online Zoom classes, and I even have a YouTube channel.
So, wow.
Yeah. And I have just learned so much, and except for the technology side of what I've learned and experienced and overcome my fears, being part of the tribe has been amazing for me because it's developed me in so many other areas of my life. I've got a morning routine now that I never had. Everything's just more centered, more focused. And like you guys said, it's about the accountability. It's about the growth and learning. And it's just having those people around you that lift you up, the 5 people you spend your time with. It does. It elevates your life in every single aspect of your life. And even opened my entrepreneurial eye up in the situation we were in. I also now started a 3rd business, which is nutrition orientated, and I basically run that online. I'm either on the phoning, messaging, or on Zoom, educating people about it. So I've grown a lot. Very grateful.
Yeah. Awesome. You one of our most active tribe members. So I just want to say thanks from your side for your encouragement towards everyone.
5 stars. 5 stars for Sonia.
What's the thing? You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You have to pitch up. You have to show up. Life isn't going to give you lemons if you don't buy a lotto ticket. You actually need to go buy it. And you always show up. You always there. So, well done. Watch this space, guys. Michiel.
Super, Michiel.
What must I say? The wife said everything already. No, it's an amazing journey. the way which we started to find Eugene and Billy, it's through Facebook ads. We're doing this, so we more noticing what's happening, and it was about Eugene's coaching, what I saw, and I said, hey, this guy's is online. And why did we go? Because we're an online business. We do marketing for clients. But with COVID, we went very negative in a sense, because lost all our clients and so on. And the journey started, I think, last year, September. And it's just somebody to talk to and somebody to give ideas and walk forward. And that is what changed. It was not about the technology, but it's running ideas around, make you accountable, think positive. And that made a huge difference. I think the biggest aha moment was when we done personality tests and figure out how Zita and I would work together, why did we clash so much? And now it's much more a stream, because we know which side of each one is the positive and negative, and we more like two wheels, gears fitting into each other, and that changed our lives tremendously.
Wow.
I just want to confirm quick, Michiel, you are 6 and Zita, you are 3, right?
Correct, yes.
Ooh, Billy, go for it. Billy frozen.
He's frozen.
Yeah, Billy got a call. Yeah, no, definitely. It's I think that's a big part of this life journey. It's not just about the business side of things, it's about understanding ourselves. And if we understand ourselves better, and Michiel, I mean, after our session as well, how you said understanding your strengths and understanding the areas that you should focus on and not that you shouldn't focus on. Just what a big difference that has made. And even in our boot camp, we went through the personality profiling assessments. Again, we then added Myers-Briggs. Someone told me today as well that the Enneagram is more about your emotions and your feelings and all that sort of stuff, your body, your heart. And then the Myers-Briggs is more your mind, is how you think, how you perceive information. Finding those together is just an absolutely powerful thing. Has everyone done the personality profiling? Just pop in the comments. Have you done your Myers-Briggs and your Enneagram stuff? I actually did my Enneagram again yesterday, but I do the full one. So it's about $2,000 for the full test. And then you get a full result out of it. It's not always pretty. Because it's high, and then it says your emotional sensitivity is quite low. It's like, no, I'm not. What are you talking about? So through this process, not me. So through this process as well, and all the stuff that you've learned, where do you think has made the biggest impact in your business and your life? If anyone can answer any particular order. Just the one thing that stands out, especially from where your business was then to where your business is now. What do you think has been the biggest pivot and the biggest change in your business through this journey?
I would say everybody wants to go. I think it's to know yourself better. A lot of times you juggle. You want in a business you do most of the stuff yourself, especially when you're an entrepreneur and small business. But to understand your strengths and your weaknesses, you need to identify that. You need to accept what's good and bad, and that will definitely take you forward. That gave me a better insight to my journey forward. Yeah, definitely.
Sonia?
For me, it was the awareness, becoming aware. The first thing that I learned when I joined the business show, it was actually the first show. Yes, it was the 5 people you spend your time with and things like that, but that really made me internalize where I'm at. And the awareness I got, and it was mind-blowing, as what you said, that I basically have created a business. You are not an entrepreneur, Sonia, you only created a job for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's where my pivot point came. If I can't sit anywhere in the world and do what I want to do, I just created another job for myself. And like you said, I'm the worst boss to ever work for, because I'm like, push, work. It needs to be done, you know.
And you get paid less.
I get paid nothing. You don't get leave, you work on leave.
What's also helped us realize is, like Sonia said, it's not always just the business. You need to take care of your body and your mind and yourself and your family and friends around you as well. You need to make the time for that too. It's all part of your life. Even though you want to make your business a success, that you can live the financially free, the traveling free and that, you've got to be able to connect with the rest of your life as well. It's not just business.
Yeah.
And that was an eye-opener.
Definitely. And that goes through all the different areas. So we have the different areas in our life, and it's our personal life, our business life, our emotional, our mental, our physical. And that's the lifestyle of the entrepreneurs. We need to be able to look after our bodies. We need to look after our mind. We need to be fit. And then we also need to look after our emotional state. What do we do to make us happy? So we go through this whole emotional journey and this entrepreneurial journey that we speak about, the up, and there's like, oh, everything's going well, and then everyone cancel, I'm depressed, and then you go up again. And we go through all of this and we make all the sacrifices for a bigger purpose. And the bigger purpose is to be happy. And if we don't take the time to actually go and appreciate the smaller things and do the fun things in life that we want to do, then what's the point of it? Then you might as well have a job and go on vacation twice a year for 7 days at a time. And I think that's the big thing about this, the purpose-driven side of things. So, for example, I want to ask you a question, and I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Is we're not just in business to make money. We also have to make an impact. And impact is a huge part of it. So for myself and Willie, as we mentioned a few times, we work here, we pay to work here. So it's not a profit-driven business HQ. In the long term, it would be. But we prepared to give up the small-term sacrifices for the long-term gratification. So making the small-term sacrifices, giving up this immediate gratification sort of thing for the bigger picture that we can achieve. And we're prepared to do that because we can see the impact that we can make. And we can see the impact that we can make in other people's lives, helping them go through this journey and just having someone there to talk to. Life is so lonely. The entrepreneur journey is lonely. So just out of your perspective, what is, so Zita, Michiel, you guys can go, and then Sonia, the impact that you want to make, what is your bigger purpose beyond just the business or the money? For yourself and then maybe for your community. Welcome back, Mr. Van Dyke.
Welcome to Africa.
Yeah.
Michiel, this time I'll let you go first.
Yes, I knew this. Okay. You know, when we started this, coming out of our corporate life and into the entrepreneurial space about 3 years ago, it was about me and Zita. We want to have a laptop lifestyle, and that's why we went online marketing. But as our journey grew, and especially after with COVID, and you realize how quickly people can fall. And then we saw our purpose as something better. And we actually spoke about around lunchtime around it, is how can a business owner help others? Because one of our affirmations is the greater our business, the greater we can help somebody else. And it is not just giving people money to go buy food. It goes about purchasing something else from somebody where it's manufacturing. There's so much more impact if you as a person grow financially, healthy, because if Eugene and I must go do my mountain biking again, but I purchase a mountain bike, and there's people what service that mountain bike, people what manufacture it. And that is part of growing yourself and your business, and where you go, you help everybody on the end of the day.
Yeah.
Billy is gone again.
And then, yeah, his internet's up and down. They've got load shedding in the area. And then also the people that you employ. I mean, employing one person, you're helping a whole family. So it's
absolutely
better than that. Zita, do you want to add something?
What we've also seen, not just financially, with us having lost basically all our clients in COVID, and seeing friends of ours whose businesses fell to the ground, and helping some of them with no financial gain to ourselves, but helping them to be able to advertise their business and get out there, and seeing the impact it had on their lives, to see that they always say you must be able to have nothing to help others and still be satisfied with that. Not, you must give not to receive kind of thing. So yes, that has helped a lot. It's changed. Like he said in the beginning, it was just him and I, but it's also made us realize the entrepreneurial journey is lonely. People do tend to think because you've got your own business, you've got lots of money. The money's just flowing, and it's damn hard work. But if you're prepared to take a few sacrifices now, in the long run, like you said, it's well worth it. We've changed our lifestyle completely.
Yeah, you've got an amazing lifestyle. Is the lifestyle that you have now is one that you dreamt about 10 years ago?
Yes.
Or there's 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, you might have had more money, but your lifestyle was nowhere. You were working 40, 50 hours a week and you didn't do anything. And it's not just about having the freedom or anything like that. There's somehow like there's this click when you become an entrepreneur that maybe there's more to life than just working. And it's only then that you start having all these other passions and all that sort of stuff. So, and what the other part of it is we have to work a few years of our life like no one else will to one day have the life that no one else will. So we are prepared to sacrifice, go through the hardship, go through the loneliness. We're prepared to go through all of that hardship to have something more at the end of it. Without further ado, Sonia, grace us with your thing. Just before you go on with it, guys, is this stuff interesting? If you have any questions for Sonia or Michiel or Zita, please pop it there in the comments. And just what's your perspective? Is it good to hear from someone else that's going through the same journey? And what are you learning out of this? What's the stuff that's standing out for you through this process? And then, Sonia, go for it.
All right. So my big dream is to take my early education and get it to all the areas where there is actually family members looking after the children. There's no formal education or schooling. And make sure that they get the tools and the knowledge to help generation after generation to come. So the interesting fact about that is that it almost did full circle back to me when last year hit us all, because I've always had this passion to help. So I always go to the baby homes and do free lessons or, help out with lessons for people that can't afford, with the whole idea in mind to eventually have an NPO to go out and take this out to the rest of the world. But when I started joining you guys and I started going on my journey, I realized that I was so much of a giver and think of everybody else that I was missing one building block to get my NPO out there one day. And that was putting me first at times. When you went up the mountain, remember when you had your retreat and you went up the mountain again? That's when I had my aha moment of, yes, you guys told us on the shows before, you must look after your health, your exercise, like it's all these areas of your life. But I would never in my mind, have achieved giving it to the kids of the world if I didn't have that moment of, I have to give to myself first, because I was looking and serving everybody else. My health was deteriorating. And then start working on myself, my own health, my own mindset, and all those things that you guys taught me about over the last year. And yeah, we'll get there. I'm here now, so I can go to the kids.
Yeah, it's important to impact. One of my biggest passions as well is I want to do the coaching stuff inside schools and stuff like that as well. Because when do we actually get that access to the entrepreneurial journey? And if we can get exposure to it on an early age, I think so many more people will go on this journey, because it is an amazing journey. It is a really cool journey. There's a lot of challenges and there's a lot of ups and downs, but it's a really cool journey. And it's not the school's responsibility to do it. This falls back onto parents, and it falls onto people like us to go into schools and do this. The schools don't have 48 hours a day to teach a kid. They are giving them the information that they can in the limited time that they have. It's not the school's responsibility. It's our responsibility. We need to take ownership of it. Sonia, if you don't mind sharing, will you share some of your results and some of the things that you've been doing from a weight loss perspective? Because I know you've been on this really amazing physical journey as well, not just a mental journey.
Yeah, so where it started is from March last year. With all the additional stress, I have picked up a lot more weight. It's not like I was in good condition before that, though. But because I'm insulin resistant, the stress just adds. It's like I'm just eating sugar, even though I'm not eating. And not eating makes it even worse. So, yeah, one of my friends helped me out. He said, jump on this nutrition. I said, I do not want to do a weight loss shake. And he's like, no, it's not a weight loss shake, darling. It's nutrition, and you don't have breakfast, and it all starts with breakfast. Anyway, I put my listening ears on after about 3 months, and it was due to you guys. It says, have to work, okay. And then I started on 84 kgs when I started in December. And I have worked on myself consistently, going through my notes that you guys have always given me, learning about nutrition and all those things. And in the 21 days, I lost 4 kgs and 33.5 centimeters.
Fantastic.
And yes.
Crazy.
And from December to now, I am on 71 kgs instead of 84. So I'm getting healthy. I'm getting there. It's a lot. I lost half of me clothes-wise because my pants are falling off. And I have to go do shopping.
Absolutely amazing. Really, really cool. And I think that's the journey that we go on once we set our mind to it. This is what is possible if we set our mind to it. So
it's true, Eugene, but you know what? It's not as much the weight loss. Yes, you can see the results, but it's actually about the energy and the quality of life I gained. Because with the stresses, I was so bad, I literally took 2 naps a day in between classes just to make it to bed at night. That's how bad I was. And now my mom commented 3 days ago saying, you know what, son, like, you're sleeping less than you ever slept before, but you still get more done and you're more efficient and you're more focused. And I'm like, yes, but it is. I'm getting enough sleep. I'm looking after myself, and everything falls into place. So, yeah.
Yes, and sleep is so important for our emotional journey or for our just our energy and all that sort of stuff. I can feel when I haven't slept well, I'm irritable, I'm angry, I'm not as focused. And then it's almost like this roller coaster wheel, because if we physically and emotionally upset before we go to bed, then we also don't sleep. And then we don't sleep, and then it's this hard thing where we're irritable and all this sort of stuff. So just looking after your diet, looking after what you eat, and then looking after your body, what an impact it has in your entire life. Small changes, or 1 or 2 things that you change, as this massive boom on the other side of what is going on in your life. Is that the same what you experienced as well?
It's absolutely that. Absolutely, you got a point on. So just the one small change I made, just my breakfast, has literally pivoted my energy levels, my focus, my fitness and health. I had this condition that I had too much pressure around my tummy, so it's like squeezing a balloon, and then the acid will come back in my esophagus. So it's like constant heartburn, but I'm not feeling it at all. It just feels like a lump in the throat. But because of that, my vocal cords was influenced. So my business was threatened because I'm singing and dancing with the kids or giving instructions to teach them to swim, which added in turn stress to me because now my income's threatened because I don't have a voice, or I have to take 6 days off because of not having a voice. And with that extra stress, I'm now stressing more, I'm putting more weight on because I'm insulin intolerant, and it's just this spiral. And changing my breakfast and getting my nutrition in, and all those problems are solved. My business problems, my personal problems, my health problems, even my mindset. My mind's clearer, I'm more focused. It's amazing how one small change can set off the whole roller coaster and take you on a total different ride.
Yeah. So just a last question for you, Sonia, and then I know Willie's got a question for Michiel and Zita. So you have had quite a massive change. I mean, we've known each other for basically a year now. And from where you were back then to where you are now has been a massive shift. Just tell us maybe about, from an emotional and mental or whatever perspective, where you were then and how big has the change been in the last year?
So before lockdown happened, I was already on that with my health and stuff going down, and then lockdown happened and just closed the doors overnight, which added a whole lot of extra mental stress, obviously. And I was at the stage where I hardly got anything done. I couldn't focus. Everybody tells me that I'm naturally a more positive kind of person. So I'll always see the light side of things or the better side of things, whatever. But I was feeling like I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't me. It was almost like I was tearing into two. This is the perspective people have of me, but yet this is what I'm feeling. And really turning to the point where a lot of people start speaking about you depressed and things like that. When I found the business show, it started making sense, the things that you guys were saying to me. And I started paying attention and just implementing the small baby steps, little things at a time. And it was frustrating at times. It was very frustrating at times. Not just from the technology side, tear your hair out stuff, you know? So, not just from the technology side. I mean, you guys, the support is always so amazing that, you know, like if you hit a brick wall with the technology, it is frustrating, but you guys give some tips and help and whatever. But the emotional side, that support, knowing that I'm not the only one that's frustrated. I'm not the only one that has been affected. I'm not the only one that has to pivot and learn and adjust my whole life, everything I know. It's that support that made me say, but even though you're not feeling it, just take that extra step, just build on it, And it became easier and it became better in every aspect
Where are you now?
Life. Excuse me, sir, can you not see this awesomeness?
Yeah.
I think you need to go see a optometrist. So yeah,
No. Awesome journey.
I feel now people have wanted. I feel that I am more positive, and I can see that I do see things on a more positive side than other people. And I want to help people get that now. I want you all to be healthy, happy, mentally strong, and sound. Some of my friends sometimes wonder if I'm not going a little bit like cuckoo, but I'm happy. What's life about? It's about the happiness.
Happiness. Not the destinations, not the journey. It's about your own emotional state and who are you sharing it with. So I'll post the thing later on, but who's sitting on the seat next to you on the roller coaster? And it's not just one person, but who's your tribe? Who's your people? Who's your partner? Who's your business partner? My man, Van Dyke.
Hopefully you can hear me. So
One more thing.
Last thing, quick.
Don't be fooled, ladies. Billy still doesn't want to marry me on the first date from the first of the show. Like, Billy has been a year.
She's Billy.
You just broke up with me. Look at that. You just broke up with me. Yeah.
Billy, can you hear us?
I don't know. Yeah, the internet's very jerky, so I don't know if you guys can hear me. So just before we finish the show, I think I have a quick question for maybe Bachil and Zita. So you guys have actually joined quite a lot of these masterminds and courses and stuff like that. What would you say is the one thing that makes this community different to the other ones that you guys have experience with and joined before?
Good question.
Yeah, a very valid question. So we like you guys also spent a lot of money and taught yourself, and I never studied so much as in the last 2 years. So yes, I bought a lot of courses and got some guidance around it. But what made the difference? And it was, for me, there was you in the same line of business as what we are, but it is, I can personally talk to you. I can say, this is what I'm struggling with. When our business coach started, where do you want to be? And we went at one stage, probably in a month or 6 weeks, around in 2 months, we went and shared screens, how we built ads and talk about the copy. And it's that personal connection. It's not talking a high level. And how can I say, you can give a nice educated sentence to somebody, but for me, I must think still that can mean from the east to the west. You're still feeling you in the air. You don't know where is it. And this is what this journey was definitely different. Is we can ask straight question. There was one morning I was so stressed about the deal what came through, and on a WhatsApp to Eugene, I need to talk to you now. Yeah, we had that call, and I was, after that 10 minutes what we had, I was relaxed, and I had immediately after that a vision, and it just, we built on that, and it grew tremendously. So yeah, it's a personal connection. That is definitely what's the difference.
Definitely the personal connection,
and
having the tribe that you can talk to. I feel we connect on a human level. It's not feeling that you might know more than me, so I don't want to say much. We can ask our questions. We don't need to feel stupid. We make, like you said earlier, I still got to get around talking on video and things, but we can make silly mistakes. We can laugh at ourselves. We can laugh at each other, and it's okay. So it's definitely been an eye-opener, and listening to the journey from other people, getting perspective from their side as well. Because you tend, when you're in your own business, you look at it like this channel like this, and hearing ideas from you guys has opened our minds that way, that we think outside the box. So it's been awesome.
Thanks so much.
Guys, just if people want to reach out to you or see what you guys are doing, you'll see on the right-hand side there's a chat, and it says send to everyone or send to admin. While one person's talking, maybe just pop in your website address and stuff there in the chat. And then I want to ask you a last question. If you can go back and if you can maybe tell someone else, would you join the mastermind again? Has it been valuable for the time that you spent into it and the investment that you made? So we can go Sonia, Zita,
Definitely. Yes. absolutely. I made progress. And Jim Quick says progress is, it's not about perfection. It's about making progress.
Yes.
And I definitely felt like I was making progress. And it pulled concepts together that I have learned on the business show or spoke to you guys about or heard on the tribe or whatever. It started pulling it all together. And I was not feeling that overwhelmed that I did a year ago of like, oh, I don't know what these words mean. What's this lingo? I don't know where to go. I'll never do it. But I just brought everything nicely together. And I know there's still a lot to do, but it's a continuous journey. It's exactly like our personal growth. It will always grow. You will always change, you will always pivot, and you'll always tweak things to suit either the time or the market or the whatever. And that's exactly why I'll join again, because there will always be things that you guys have said on the course, but I have missed because I wasn't quite here yet. So yes, absolutely, I will join it again and again
Awesome.
and again and again until Billy marries me.
Yeah, I think we need to put you up, dude.
Huh?
Sounds like you're the attraction to the mastermind.
I'm already married.
Oh.
I'm married too. I'm talking about technology, bro.
Just the last words of wisdom from your side, Zita.
I will definitely recommend. It's been, like I said, a personal journey, and having friends. You guys, I don't just see you as people that we learn from. We've connected on a personal level, and there's sometimes you put us on the spot in the coaching, and then I'll freeze, and when I listen to the recording again, then I actually think, oh, but actually that's not too bad. We are doing it. We're just doing it in a different way. But also it tends to make us realize that it's more than just us. It's more than just Michiel and I. It's more than just our business. It's expanding. And our journey is we want to be able to teach our kids that there is life besides a 9-to-5 job. There is life out there. It depends what you make of it. That is our ultimate, to be able to have that.
Michiel, you get to end the show today.
Cool. No, definitely. There was, because of my history, I joined so many people to give me advice and stuff, and because the entrepreneurial world is, you make a lot of mistakes, and that is one thing what we joined is, in the beginning I said, okay, let's take a chance. It's not expensive to be part of this mastermind. It is really a no-brainer. And it's out of that what it just went forward. There is not a single time. Sometimes we go on to the coaching and you feel negative and you walk out there, and Zita and I go for a walk, and yes, our minds goes crazy. So it is totally a positive journey for us. We love it. It's sometimes we must stop talking about business and ideas and stuff just because of it's our world exploded in the ways and thinking of what we need to do. So yeah, we are blessed to find you guys and take it forward.
Awesome stuff, guys. We are blessed to have you on our mastermind. You are some of the inspiring people that's part of our group, and I think everyone in our group is really inspiring people, and that's what makes it great, is everyone that's part of the community and everyone that's part of the group. So I just want to say thanks to you guys, and you guys have made, we can create awareness. It's up to you to put in the action to be able to make the progress, and you have done it. And that's why
exactly.
You later.
If I can also just add it to the three of you. I mean, we've met online way back when, and just the growth that we can see that you guys have accumulated over the past year, and your commitment and the action that you take. You are actually showing up. And for the rest of the mastermind guys, I mean, we've got these guys joining us weekly, and if you just continue churning and doing your bit, eventually you will start seeing results. And so I just want to congratulate everyone, and what a show, eh, guys?
Yeah, and then maybe if there are new guys on here, let's see if there's an offer still on here. So if you do want to join the mastermind, on the right-hand side, you'll see a button. As you heard from everyone else, click it, join us on our mastermind group. And then I just, again, want to say thanks to all the viewers. Without you guys, there won't be a show. So saying thanks for pitching up every week. Thanks for supporting every week. Thanks for coming to listen myself and Billy talk a whole bunch of nonsense. And for the last thing that I want to end off with, and all of you mention it, it's about having fun. Find people who support you. That's going to have fun with you. Find those people in your life. Find the people in your communities that's going to have fun with you, that's going to help you grow, that's going to keep you accountable, and at the same time, they're supporting you with loving hands, and we are all on this journey together. It doesn't have to be this lonely journey, and it's fun. Business is a game. Let's enjoy it.
True.
Guys.
Thank you.
So before you go,
one.
Go.
Guys, if you're thinking about joining the tribe or not, I'm telling you, don't think about it. Because just a year ago, when I saw the tribe, I was on the first show, I was thinking, should I, and I decided, I'm just going to do it. And look how it has transformed my life in every area. Don't think about it. Just sign up. Just jump in and do it. You can always cancel after a month if you really don't know.
Sonya's going to become an
So before we go, we have to all do the EHQ fist bump.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Go. Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, guys.
That's so easy.
Thanks for joining us. For Ezekiel and Sonia, and to all our viewers, we can't do this without you. Love you guys. Chat soon. Ciao.
See you next week. Ciao.
Bye.
Cheers.
Video marketing.